Welcome to Vanguard Canine. I'm Grandmaster Von DeMuff, and this is how to socialize a puppy in 4 hours. I talked about a puppy we had in a cage that had no exposure, and this is that video continued. And the world's greatest helper, who's here to show you, the world's greatest friends, what we can do with a dog when it comes from the right genetics. There are two types of puppies that go into avoidance. One that has lacked the correct exposure, and the other one lacks good genetics. Earlier, we created a video showing you the difference between a puppy that is imprinted and not. Exposure. It is fearful. In other words, it can't show its great character because it's afraid of an environment. Then we did a live video to show you the things you should do with a puppy that was born in the urban areas. You can't have an urban puppy without having fried chicken, because we love fried chicken in the urban areas. After the fried chicken, we went out to tractorsupply.com and bought the American-made collar because the puppy was made where?
American.
In America, by Americans. Everything in America is good, and especially when it comes from Vanguard Canine. Okay, so now we took a puppy and we want to show the people what you can do when you have a good dog from a bloodline, even though it hasn't been socialized and acts fearful and scared of things, but what it needs is exposures of environments, people, places, and things, and it'll become second nature. So in 5 hours, we brought the dog to you. And in 5 hours, I want you to show these people how the dog is no longer in avoidance. I want you to put him in a cage first. Take him in, put him in the cage, and then close the door for a second. Just put him in there and close the door. Okay. He's in avoidance. Normally when we go to the cage, this puppy would go in the back of the cage. Good boy. Look at the tail wagging now. Good boy. So look at that. So now, the same puppy that you saw that was in avoidance is now coming out of the cage, and he's hanging around a few people, and he's hanging around us while we're doing our thing. So he's no longer worried about what we have going on. Good boy. That's a good puppy. That's a good boy. So I want you to, he got the collar on. That's the dog scratch that dogs do when they have collars. So look where he's going. He's walking around. He's wagging his tail. Can we get maybe a kid or two to come in? Is it okay if we have a kid or two? Let's open the door and let one or two kids come back. Yes, good boy. Yes. Come on in, the helper from earlier from the watch video, and tell them your name. You are?
Caden.
Say it again.
Caden.
And Caden is what we call like a agitator. Slash a dog helper that is going to teach dogs how to bite later on in life, because see how the puppy's coming to him now? Look at that. Now we want our other helper, Mr. Sean Carter himself. Rockefeller. Okay. So now, look at the puppy. He's biting on feet. He's playing games with us. Look, he's found ways that he wants to do things with us. He's having fun. So here we're gonna do again. Remember I said we pick puppies up. Whoa, and we handle them all kind of ways. We don't treat them like babies because we want them to be trained. It's a good word. The world's greatest helper in the making. So there we go. Mr. Carter's gonna put him on the floor, and we're just gonna let him hang out. And y'all can see how dogs acting once they come into a home setting environment and be around different people. It doesn't really bother them anymore. And so sometimes when you get these puppies and you see this, you say, oh, those are fearful puppies. The dog didn't produce good dogs. No, that's not true. The dog hasn't had the correct exposure the correct amount of time with that exposure, and he doesn't see any validation through humans, through the touch of companionship, and he doesn't know that these things around him in the world will not bring harm to him. So it takes time for that. The best way, and has always been the best way, is taking a puppy like this and put him into a child environment where they are dancing, they're jumping, they're cartwheeling, they're doing the, what the dances you doing? Cabbage Patch? Don't bring that back. You don't like that one. Okay, all right, go ahead and do your dance. So we put him in those kind of environments where there's so much is going on, but it doesn't bring harm to him. And so then these puppies, they begin to realize that it's cool. So this is what we did in 5 hours to show you guys how easy it is that you can take a puppy that goes in avoidance, who's never had any socializing whatsoever, no to environments, sights and sounds. Woo! Yeah! Good boy! And lots of love. And in a week time, in a month time, this dog will be off the chain. If you're looking for working puppies, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and dial 904-450-3339. We're VanguardK9.com, your leaders with some of the world's greatest working puppies.